Hey everyone, welcome back to Shapr3D. So today we're going to be working on a PVC pipe adapter. So we'll start off by making a sketch at the top plane. And to get to the top plane, make sure you press that top button right there on the right. So we're going to start out by making a circle. And most pipes that you're going to come across are around 1 inch. They're not exactly 1 inch, so keep that in mind as we're working on it. But just for reference on this project, we're going to make it 1 inch to make it easier to count. And then instead of extruding it and shelling it, we're just going to go ahead and offset it as a single and 0.1 millimeters. All right, and then we go ahead and select the outer circle and we extrude it, let's say 5 inches. And then let's go to the top plane and double click that and make our 2-inch diameter pipe as well. So let's go ahead with the circle from the center, make it 2 inches, and then offset that as well. And this time let's go by 0.2 inches. And let's extrude that by another 5 inches to have a total of 10. And now that we have this, we can see that we need a transition to go from the 2 inch to the 1 inch. So we go to the front plane again, and instead of doing the extrusion way and then making it out of 3D shapes, we're going to actually start off using sketches. So let's go to section view. Let's zoom in on our object and make a random sketch here so that those dots appear that help us with the sketches. And we're going to just go ahead and start by sketching outside of the shapes to make a frame of sorts. Let's go ahead and delete that extra one. It's no longer necessary. And we're going to go ahead and sketch this instead of offsetting it, just because we can save some time since we're here on the grid. But if you're off the grid at some point, you can always just offset it to get that exact number. So now that we have that, we can exit sketch mode and go to Tools, Revolve. And we select our closed sketch and use, well, not the line, but the sketch, and use the center Z-axis to make a revolution. And if you're off the center, you can always just sketch a line down in the center between your objects, and you can use that line as a revolution. So click Done. And now if we turn off section view, we can see that we have a basic adapter. Let's go back to the front view and continue on going on, because as you can see here, while we do have an adapter, we now need a stopper here, because if we just put in our pipe and there's no stopper, it's going to keep going as much as it wants. So we need to actually extrude that little piece there so that we have a spot that stops the going forward. So let's go ahead and go to Tools and Extrude. And we want to extrude this as a new body. That way it doesn't connect any of the pieces. So make sure you select those two faces, then pull it up, in this case by 0.1 millimeter as a new body. And then don't forget to move up your 2-inch pipe by 0.1 as well. And then once that's done, we go and Tools. Actually, and because I didn't pull this up first, and we actually have to expand it. So let's go Tools, Replace Face, this one with this one, click Done, and then we go to Tools and Union. So if you would have pulled up the 2-inch first and then did the extrusion, it would have done the correct way. But let's just continue on and make this, since it works either way. And once we have this, we can basically be confident that our pipe transition is pretty accurate, and we can go and finish up like making a fillet here. And if you want to find out the exact length of your fillet, you can either click on that line there, which is 0.5, or click on both of these, and you can look down here and it shows you the Z height. Okay, so that's going to be 0.4 Z height. So if you go over here and do a negative 0.4, that's going to be a chamfer of 0.4 millimeters. And if you want to continue that chamfer, you can just go here. I'm pretty confident that's in 0.1, so let's type in 0.1. And then you're going to have this extra edge here, which if you don't need it, you can always delete it. So that makes our job a little bit easier. All right, and then you can fillet it as necessary. Let's say 0.25 for an example. And we basically have a neat looking adapter that's really 3D printable. But we can go the extra step after this. So once we have the PVC adapter done, we can go ahead and show you guys how to make a cap. So basically the cap goes over the top, obviously, and at the same time while we're working on the cap, we can also show you how to make a plug, so you can kind of decide which one you can need for your project. So let's go to the front face again, and sketching is basically the easiest way to get it done, so that's why we're doing it this way. But let's go ahead and sketch, and let's make that top up here. Yeah, that's it. And then 0.5 on this side. Let's just go ahead and write that in to make our life easier. And then we could do 0.5 on this side. So basically this side is the cap, this side is the plug. And we can do the next part in two different ways. So we can either, here I'm making a separate sketch here, we can either revolve these two pieces and then that piece separately and just delete the interface to make this close up, or we can go ahead and just simply draw the complete sketch as we revolve and revolve everything as one piece, depending on how you want to continue that. So tools, revolve, let's select all our pieces in this case, and then use that center Z axis to go ahead and make that revolution. As you can see here, if we hide this body in the items menu, we can see we have our cap / plug, depending on how you need it. And also one thing to note, you can actually make the transition smoother, obviously by either filleting these sides, or you can also, for example, if you take this face, you can scale it down so there's a slight angle there as it goes in. That way it's not just a straight fit, because that would obviously be a lot of friction and would use a lot of force. But same thing with this, if you want your cap to slide on easier, you can actually scale it out. So just things to keep in mind as you're working on your project to make your life easier. So we have the PVC adapter, we have the PVC cap, we have the PVC plug on the inside. Hopefully this helps you guys learn how to make these transitions smoothly for your tubing. So this works also with metal tubing as well, but obviously for welding it's a slightly different considerations, because you can't make all these transitions as lightly as you can with 3D printing. So just keep that in mind. All right, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Hope this helps somebody. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Here at Shapr3D, our goal is to inspire and empower you to create your own amazing projects. Please support our work so that we can keep doing it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to see more.